Jake the Film Guy here, Microbudgeter.com, and in this video we're going to talk about why you should be putting your video, when it's all said and done, on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. The very first thing you should be doing is putting your video on YouTube. YouTube is still the second biggest search engine, only behind its parent company, Google. Now, there are other channels that I learned from on best YouTube practices. That's not the focus of this video, but I'll recommend them. You can go to video influencers, for example, and learn a lot from those guys about everything from the best kind of thumbnails to the best kind of SEO practices. There's a lot there. Put your video on YouTube, embed it in your blog. That's 1B. Use your blog to host your video if it's educational. If it's entertaining, well, maybe there's a way to marry it by embedding it in your blog. And vice versa, on your blog, you should be hosting the video that you have on YouTube. Now, this next part is really something I've learned from Gary Vaynerchuk. He takes long-form content, his keynotes, they could be an hour long, and his team will go and find little nuggets, and they'll snip, and they'll snip, and they'll find micro content and republish that on all the different platforms. We should be doing the same. After all, if we want to tell stories of the hope of the world, Jesus, then it stands to reason that we should be leveraging the delivery methods we have available to us now. 150 years ago, everybody read. That was the pastime for information and education. How many people read these days? How many people watch something? The methods that we have of communicating, they're going to continue to evolve. So here and now, let's leverage the tools that we have, which leads me to number 2, Facebook. Go ahead and put a short form video on Facebook, a nugget that you got from the big parent vehicle. Put it on Facebook and direct people back to YouTube. Now, Facebook and YouTube, they don't necessarily get along, you know, they're not the best of buds. So Facebook's going to crush your organic reach. Heads up, nonetheless, you should be using Facebook. It has a very simple video editor. The Creator Studio that they've rolled out makes it possible to schedule videos, add closed captioning, a lot of the same features that you can do through YouTube. They're trying to be relevant, but they just still lack the search capabilities of YouTube. Go figure. Instagram, number 3, since its parent, Facebook, allows you to host video, you might as well do it on Instagram too. The problem with Instagram is outbound traffic. You only get that one bio link, so I recommend using Linktree to create nodes that then a viewer can go if they need more information. Perhaps you are doing wedding videos. Well, you want to direct people to get in touch with you, book perhaps an appointment with you, perhaps see more of your wedding videos. Well, with Linktree, you can do the nodes to direct people to different links rather than just the one default link. So it takes the one that you do have and makes it into many. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle. Number 4, I recommend that if you find this information useful, you go and act on it. Take your latest and greatest video and then go find little nuggets that you can repurpose and put on the other platforms. You don't have to tell me when you've done it. I'm not going to go stare over your shoulder and make sure you're doing your homework. Just go do it. Number 5, be on LinkedIn. Especially be with that hashtag, like I talked about in last week's video, your city's hashtag. If you're offering a service through video production, whether it's full-time or as a freelancer, you need to be available to your community. That hashtag is one way to do it, and LinkedIn is where business professionals connect. So repurpose part of your content on LinkedIn if it's business-minded in nature. Use hashtags, point people back to YouTube. Rinse and repeat for Twitter. Jack Dorsey's Twitter is still hanging on. For how much longer, I don't know. I haven't been looking at their stock prices, but they're kicking and screaming, and they're still allowing you to post X characters and video content. So take that short snippet, put it on Twitter, blow it up with some hashtags, point people back to YouTube. We also have Pinterest and TikTok. I haven't used Pinterest in forever, but I don't see why this strategy wouldn't work on Pinterest. Now with TikTok, it's the new kid in town. I haven't a clue how to use that platform. I do know it has its own subculture, but I haven't touched it with a 10-foot pole. If you have used it and you know some best practices, share below. Followers of Jesus, if you are engaging in this content that the kingdom of darkness is putting out, content that is exploitative in nature, perhaps tied to the sex trafficking industry, you know what I'm talking about, flee from it. Don't consume it. We need to be on the other side of that. We need to be champions of the light of the world. Be a city on the hill. Until next time, keep creating with the one true King, and I'll catch you on the next video.